division for the inaugural BKFC King of Violence title, Mike Perry versus Eddie Alvarez.
And Sean, these two guys almost identical, exact same reach, fist size, 2 inches height. Advantage for Mike Perry, but that's not what this is about. This is about who's the toughest guy out here, who's going to be the king of violence.
And now, with our bare knuckle fans watching live worldwide on pay-per-view, we will now answer the question that has been on the minds of the entire combat sports world and the great fight fans of the state of Utah. Which head shall wear the violent crown? From the sold-out Maverick Center, fight fans of Salt Lake City, it's time to knuckle. Introducing you first, fighting out the red corner. Tonight he wears white. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 175.7 pounds. He is a true MMA veteran of 40 fights and is undefeated in the squared circle at 1-0. He is a 3-time lightweight MMA world champion, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He is the combat sports legend, the underground king, Eddie Alvarez. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white trimmed in gray wolf. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 174 pounds. He is a true MMA veteran of 22 fights and is undefeated in the squared circle at 3-0. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida, here is the combat sports star,
told us I have to use excellent defense. I have to have high volume and high pace throughout. Round number one. White and gray trunks for Mike Perry. Solid white trunks for Eddie Alvarez. Right uppercut misses from Perry. That's a punch he talked about. That will be ruled a slip by Margliata. It is as such. Right back to it. That's the left hand from Alvarez. Tall stance from Perry coming forward. Left hand, right hand. Alvarez on the feint. Took to the body from Perry. Duck under from Eddie Alvarez. Goes off the jab. There's very tall stance from Mike Perry. There's the right hand from Alvarez.
Mike Perry just eats it and walks through and laughs.
Goes on his back foot. He lands the left hand. Another left hand. Perry shakes his head no.
You keep shaking your head no, but you can't take too many shots like that.
Overhand right. There's that rear uppercut from Perry. Goes on the feint. Holding center circle. Lands the left hook. Overhand right. Left hand. Big left hand again from Eddie Alvarez.
Alvarez's hands seem extremely accurate right now.
Perry continuing to come forward. Alvarez landing again. You're seeing the volume on full display that Eddie Alvarez talked about as one of his keys to victory.
That speed that he has, he's able to land with accuracy as well.
Double jab from Alvarez. 30 seconds remaining. Round number one of our main event. Jab again from Eddie Alvarez. Perry walking through a lot of big Alvarez punches here in round number one. Left hand again, another left hook from Eddie Alvarez. Left hand again, double jab, triple jab. Big right hand from Eddie Alvarez.
can't continue to take those shots.
Come from the bottom up. Okay, it's like throwing an up jab. So bring it from the bottom up. Don't stay right in front of him. That's what you're doing. You're standing directly in front of him. You can kill him with the angles all day. Low three, bring it from the bottom or bring it up to the head. Their overhand is right there, but you're staying there.
Angles.
Yes.
Great advice from his corner saying do not stand right in front of Alvarez. There's a beautiful right hand by Alvarez.
Okay.
Once again, head right in center line. Hook landed by Alvarez. That one actually buckled his opponent. That jab. Once again, Mike Perry standing straight upright, head center line. He's got to use some head movement, use some angles. He can't sit there and take those shots.
Buckle up. Round number 2. Good forward pressure again off from scratch from Mike Perry. Overhand right. Alvarez trying to counter. 1-2 from Alvarez. Overhand right from Perry just off the mark. Perry throwing bigger here in round number 2 than we saw from him in round number 1. Left hook from Mike Perry. Next swelling into Alvarez's left eye. See a smear of blood on the face of Mike Perry that occurred in round 1. Double jab again from Alvarez. There's the big right hand from Perry.
Alvarez is hurt, John.
Perry now framing, trying to land the right hand with a right uppercut. Perry on the turn, coming for a left hand, right hand. Perry trying to snatch the half tie palm. Walk forward pressure off the jab comes from Mike Perry. Duck under from Alvarez. Mike Perry trying to seize the momentum in this fight here in round 2. Right hand from Mike Perry. Double jab, the right hand from Eddie Alvarez. Left hook from Perry.
John, this is exactly what we thought this fight would be right here.
Huge swings from both fighters. Left hand from Alvarez. Left uppercut from Mike Perry. Perry in the half tie plum. Alvarez now snatches the tie plum on the half. Call for separation from Dan Mergliano. 40 seconds remaining round 2. Perry on the lead hook. Double jab again from Eddie Alvarez, tripling his jab.
You can just see Alvarez has slowed down. Those punches are taking it out of him right there for Mike Perry.
Perry coming forward again. 1-2-1 from Eddie Alvarez. Right hand from Alvarez. Left hook. Alvarez just missing with that left hook. Perry from the tall stance, hooking the body of Alvarez with the left hand. Final seconds, round number 2. Shades of Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed. Both fighters landing huge shots, walking through huge shots, and we are through 2 rounds.
And Sean, you can just see just what we talked about, the difference there. Mike Perry with that power, that ability to take a punch. Eddie Alvarez with that speed. They can land more shots. Both guys doing exactly what they want, but man, this is a brutal fight. No doubt about it. And right here, Perry was in a lot of trouble earlier, it looked like. There was a good right hand that knocked Alvarez back. But Alvarez coming with those hard jabs. Beautiful too. Man, he just lands some monstrous shots. You know he's got to be thinking, what do I have to hit this guy with? He just keeps coming forward.
You're standing too tall. Give me some rolls. You see him hurt? Hey, remember that walk down? Remember how we did on the miss? Walk him down, walk him down, walk him down. Hard shot. You heard him twice.
Hey, Sean, this is a absolute war right now. These guys are going at it. They both want that King of Iron style. You can tell.
You can't see. He's now it's over. It's over.
Already, look at him. He's ready to go.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
They're saying this fight is over. This fight ends on the stool of Eddie Alvarez, and Mike Perry just keeps on rolling.
I mean, and Mike Perry was in serious trouble after that first round. He was getting beat with everything. He was getting hit so often. He's just so tough. He took it all and kept coming forward. You could not stop this guy.
Dan Mergliano is saying that it is a corner stoppage. Eddie Alvarez did not retire from this fight. Alvarez's corner stopped it. Mike Perry now 4-0 in BKFC.
You gotta wonder what they saw. Did they just see the fact that you can hit Mike Perry with a brick and he's not gonna go down? He's just gonna keep coming forward. And so they didn't want their fighter to take that kind of punishment anymore. Is that what happened?
Hey, Scott, you want a TKO or a KO on that?
Oh, I'd like to hear the explanation of this because, man, that was a war.
two phenomenal rounds from two phenomenal fighters and two phenomenal men. Mike Perry versus Eddie Alvarez.
Hell of a fight. Hell of a good fight. No fight.
Corner stoppage between rounds 2 and 3. Alvarez out of the fight. Mike Perry remains undefeated in bare knuckle fighting championship.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Bro, you did amazing, bro. Bro, you kidding me, bro? You made us so proud, man. You made us so proud, bro. You did incredible. You did amazing, man.
You see the deep swelling in the left eye of Eddie Alvarez. He cut in his lid.
Hey, stop it.
That eye's looking near swollen shut right there, Sean. I think that's probably what happened. He couldn't see very well out of that left eye. Corner didn't want him to take any more damage because Mike Perry is a savage. He's going to come forward no matter what you do, and he's going to land hard shots.
Wins at BKFC for Mike Perry for In Order versus Julian Lane, Michael Venom Page, Luke Rockhold, and now Eddie Alvarez. Phenomenal. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, the red corner steps in and calls a stop to our main event at the conclusion of round number 2. For your winner by TKO and your new BKFC King of Violence,
Round number 2 will stand as we conclude our 6th year of BKFC, one of the greatest individual rounds in promotional history. In our main event of the evening, the winner by way of second round TKO due to corner stoppage, Mike Perry defeats Eddie Alvarez.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, April 27th, one historic night, one epic encounter. Platinum Mike Perry versus Thiago the Pitbull Alves. Also, the World Heavyweight title on the line when champ Mick Terrill fights #1 pound for pound in the world, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. Plus, 2 hard-hitting heavyweights on a collision course as Big Ben Rothwell fights Todd Duffee. And much more fast-paced bare-knuckle fighting championship action. Don't miss history unfold at Knucklemania IV. Download the BKFC app at bkfc.com.
Thiago Alves versus Diaz for the BKFC inaugural middleweight world title.
And as you can see here, Diaz has a little bit of a height advantage, a 3-inch reach advantage. That could be helpful if he wants to stay on the outside box, but that's not what Diaz does. He likes to get on the inside, throw heavy punches, heavy bombs. So that might not be that big of an advantage, but it's going to be one hell of a fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds for the inaugural BKFC World Middleweight Championship. Presented to you by BetOnline.ag. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears gold and black. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 173.7 pounds. He is undefeated as a bare-knuckle fighter at 2-0 and holds the fastest recorded knockout in combat sports history. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, here is the fighting pride of the 305, Yuli, the Monster Diaz. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears blue, yellow, and white. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 174.3 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record at 1-0. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, here is Thiago Pitbull Alves. And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Young.
Nice moment between these two fighters. No animosity coming in. Again, Diaz said he's a longtime fan of Alves. Alves said, I appreciate the accomplishments of Diaz, but he has never fought, not in boxing, not in MMA, not in bare knuckle, anyone close to my level.
Look, when are you ready? Let's knuckle up.
Round number one. Blue and yellow trunks for the Brazilian-born Florida-based Thiago Alves. Gold trunks for the Cuban-born Florida-based Julie Diaz. That's coming forward off the jab. There's the jab from Thiago Alves.
Alves has that good, nice, tight, high guard. It's going to be difficult to hit in the face. So what you like to see is Diaz going to the body with that.
Here's the right hand that lands from Diaz. Alves circling out, hands high and tight. Wicked right hand. That was actually a 2-1 there thrown by Alves. Looking to turn. You see the good, strong turn. Thiago Alves, tough to turn in the clinch. Double jab in the right hand.
Alves got a little cut on it under his left eye, it looks like already.
Good left hand. Counter right hand by Diaz. Both fighters starting to throw. Shuffle step, forward pressure from Diaz. 45 seconds remaining, round number one. See that slight smear of blood under Alves' left eye. Thiago Alves. Yes, that's high and tight, long jab. Right now it's Julie Diaz dictating the tempo of this fight. Forward pressure. Working off the jab. There's the right hand again from Alves.
You know, I thought Diaz would come out much more aggressive, throwing harder punches, but he's doing a very good job of controlling the pace right now, controlling when he throws punches and not wasting any energy.
Punch combination from Alves. There's the bell. Round number two.
And there came that explosive burst right there.
He's moving forward. Alves landing that right hand. But starting to sit down on his punches. There's that left hook to the body. He has now cut outside of his left brow. Alves definitely starting to throw harder, Chris.
And I like how Thiago turned Diaz around right there.
The fighters cut. Right hand, counter right hand, and down goes Thiago Alves.
Good job right there by Diaz. He waited till Thiago threw a punch and missed it. He came back with a punch and Thiago didn't have time to see it, knocked him down.
You see the touch of hands after the knockdown. Now Diaz throwing big again. Alves the turn. This is where Alves is so outstanding. Of course, in the clinch, the dirty box, the turns. This off the jab. Long, straight punches. Diaz throwing the right hand. Diaz coming forward, hands high and tight, putting Thiago Alves on his back foot.
Diaz is just an animal, man, punching hard right now.
Right hand doesn't get through. That uppercut does from Thiago Alves. Counter right hand from Julie Diaz.
But there's a big difference. Every time Diaz lands a punch, it kind of knocks Thiago back. Thiago's landing stuff and it's not really bothering Diaz too much right now.
Alves trying to snatch the half-tie punch. Diaz pulling his head free. Alves with the left hook.
And this could be a difference, though. Diaz hasn't been here nearly as many times in his career as Thiago has.
Left hand, and then the right hand. Alves nearly took himself off balance. Right hand just before the bell. That is the end of round two.
And just like his It wasn't necessarily that it hurt Thiago, it just was a shot he didn't see and it knocked him on bounce. Boom, hit him right in the button. Good job by Diaz.
Take us out. Take us out.
Diaz recording that knockdown around number 2. Both fighters up to scratch for round 3. Time called by referee Christopher Young. Dr. Don Muzzi wants to look at the Alves cut.
All right, good to go.
Thumbs up from Dr. Muzzi. Now we're set for the start of round 3.
Let's not look.
Right hand, there's the left hand. Aggressive start to the 3rd round from Thiago Alves. Big right hand.
Good punches being landed by Thiago right now.
Alves now putting Diaz on his back foot.
I think he feels a sense of urgency right now.
Right hand, and down goes Julie Diaz.
Diaz is still a little hurt. This is what we were talking about. As the fight goes later, as Diaz gets in unfamiliar territory, how's he going to handle it?
Diaz taking the mandatory 8 count from referee Christopher Young. Overhand right now from Thiago Alves. Alves a right hand, trying to snatch the half-tie plug. Diaz on the counter, right, left hand. Big right hand, there's the uppercut from Thiago Alves. Uppercut left hand. No real power on those 2 Diaz punches. Diaz in all sorts of trouble, and he is down again here in round 3.
He is hurt badly. He might not be able to keep going here. His legs are not underneath him. Look at him. He's very confused right now.
Hey, you ready to go, champ? All right, let's not look.
Christopher Young allows this fight to resume, allows Diaz to continue. Alves sees the finish line, trying to reach it.
They got to be very careful right now because he could get hurt badly. His legs are not underneath him, and look at his punches aren't throwing much.
Uppercut, Diaz down again.
3, 4.
Thumbs up from Thiago Alves. He feels the victory is his. Mandatory 8 count to Diaz from Young.
All right, man, take yourself, okay? Let's not look.
And Thiago needs to end it right now.
20 seconds remaining, round number 3. Uppercut again. Diaz in all sorts of trouble. The bell cannot come soon enough for Yuli Diaz. Alves looking to finish.
Keep going.
They heard the 10-second clack and they both paused. That's not the end of the round. That was the end of the round. Diaz stumbling.
Man, and if they cannot get him, his legs underneath him, by the end of this round, they might not let him come back out.
We'll see if we do go to round 4.
And this fight has been everything I hoped it would right now. Look at these guys.
Hey, champ, you gotta take yourself, okay, baby? I need you to take yourself. Straight up. Down in my feet. Down in my feet.
And that right there is where the experience of the fight is over. The fight is over.
Referee Christopher Young waving this fight off. And that is it. The win in come from behind dramatic fashion for Thiago Alves. He is the first ever BKFC middleweight champion.
And what a great victory for him, coming off the canvas, tasting a knockdown and getting back up and winning. And here's Thiago. He came out with a sense of urgency in the 3rd round. You could just tell he was throwing hard punches and hit him right on the button right there. Here's the 2nd knockdown. Oh, that was a nice hard shot. Just a good counter. But look how tough Diaz is. He hit him with that clean shot. It didn't knock him down. It was a 2nd punch after that that did it.
Is that a doctor stoppage?
Yes. TKO, yes, sir.
And there's that uppercut for the 3rd knockdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the decision, let's have a round of applause for these 2 middleweight warriors.
Yes.
Our ringside doctor steps in and calls a stop to the fight at the conclusion of round number 3 for your winner by TKO and new inaugural BKFC World Middleweight Champion, Thiago Alves.
Almost 12 years to the week from when he fought Georges St. Pierre for the UFC welterweight title. Thiago Alves claims the first ever BKFC middleweight title. dropped in round number 2, and then dominant in round number 3. The winner by way of third round TKO, Thiago Alves defeats Diaz.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, April 27th, one historic night, one epic encounter. Platinum Mike Perry versus Thiago the Pitbull Alves. Also, the World Heavyweight title on the line when champ Mick Terrill fights #1 pound for pound in the world, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. Plus, 2 hard-hitting heavyweights on a collision course as Big Ben Rothwell fights Todd Duffee. And much more fast-paced bare-knuckle fighting championship action. Don't miss history unfold at Knucklemania IV. Download the BKFC app at bkfc.com.
The Titleist Lorenzo Hunt versus Chris Camozzi. The numbers presented by Crescent Tools.
3-inch height advantage, 3-inch reach advantage for Camozzi, and he's going to need to utilize that because he's got to stay all the way out, all the way in against Hunt. He cannot let him get into the pocket to throw those bombs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds for the undisputed BKFC World Cruiserweight Championship. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Sanctioned by the Colorado State Boxing Commission. Chairman Ryan Frazier. Executive Director Tony Cummings. The 3 judges scoring our championship main event. Joseph Mason, Mark Sanchez, Mark Van Tine. And the third man inside the squared circle, our referee in charge of the action at the bell, Big Dan Mergliata. And now, with our bare knuckle fans watching live worldwide on the BKFC app, here at BKFC 50, from the sold-out First Bank Center, fight fans of Denver. It's time to knuckle. Introducing you first. Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 203.8 pounds. He is undefeated in the squared circle at 2-0. He is a long-time MMA veteran. He is the challenger. And he is the fighting pride of the Mile High City. Chris Camozzi. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Tonight he wears gold. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 204.9 pounds. His impressive overall bare-knuckle fighting record stands at 11 victories opposite a single defeat. He is the current BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion and your defending undisputed BKFC World Cruiserweight Champion, fighting out of Jacksonville, Florida, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. He is the pound for pound Lorenzo, the Juggernaut!
Chris Camozzi said, I have to continually be the aggressor in this fight. I have to push Lorenzo Hunt backwards. I cannot allow Hunt to control the range. Dan Mergliata bringing both fighters up to scratch, round number 1. Gold tracks for the champion Lorenzo Hunt. Black and gold tracks for Chris Camozzi.
I think a lot of people think this fight has very little chance of going past a couple rounds.
Camozzi with the jab, the southpaw stance. An active lead hand from the orthodox stance. As the right hand just off the mark from Hunt. See the playfulness of Camozzi. Jab, step jab right back from Camozzi. There's some animosity between these two fighters, but there's a tremendous amount of respect flowing in both directions. That's why you're seeing this very measured start from both men.
And Sean, I think there's always a little bit of animosity when it comes to a Lorenzo Hunt fight there.
He's very well set. Hand left, this is from Hunt. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1 of this world title fight main event. Fighters being extremely patient. There's the right hand from him. Camozzi against the ring ropes, resetting with a smirk on his face. To the inside comes Camozzi, hard on the underhook. This is exactly what Camozzi told us he wants to be now. Framing is Chris Camozzi. Heavy pressure from Camozzi, now the separation from the underhook. 25 seconds remaining on number 1. Camozzi off the jab. Staying back, reset traps, looking to explode in. Hot kick to the body, then to the head.
Good combination right there by Hunt.
To the shoulder roll. Heavy on the feint. Camozzi on 3. That ends round number 1. Fires up the scratch, 3 feet apart. Round number 2 underway. Even start to round 2 as we saw to round 1. Very active with their lead hand. Taking himself to the ring ropes. Trying to mirror the hips. Throwing a naked 2, whether Camozzi throwing a naked 2, but a real left hand. Right hand just misses from Lorenzo Hunt. 25 remaining round 2.
Camozzi's staying very patient right now. I thought I'd see him try to get inside a little bit more.
So Hunt, right now, Chris, I think it is a fair statement. This is the pace that he wants.
Just waiting for the right time to explode. He has no problem waiting for the right time. Lulls you to sleep in a way and then explodes on you.
You see the open hand parries of the lead hand of Camozzi. Call for action from Dan Mergliata. Fighters waiting for their opportunity. Trying to seize that with the left hand. Took himself badly off balance. To the inside, now comes Camozzi. Counter right hand from Hunt. On the front foot. Camozzi staying on the back foot. Circling. There's the right hand from Camozzi. It is a clever punch. Snap jab right back from Hunt. On with the right hand. Another big right hand. Left hand from Hunt. Hunt exploding in on the 10-second count. From the body, the bell. Next stop round 3.
And Hunt just showing that power right there. Those punches weren't landing, but man.
Both fighters start the round. We saw rounds 1 and 2 measured, active on the lead hand. Now coming forward. As he's staying active on the lead hand. Shuffle step from Hunt. He set center circle from Camozzi off the jab. 25 remaining on 3. Hunt on the right hand. Trying to tame that explosion. in with the left hand. Camozzi now to the inside. Hard overhook snatched by Hunt.
Having trouble in the clinch. Camozzi's having trouble landing anything from that clinch. Hunt is so strong in there. And Camozzi might want to just start working on really trying to land from the outside like that.
Camozzi got the right uppercut through. Camozzi trying to snatch the half-tie play. Hunt on the right hand on the counter. Camozzi trying to go to the body. Hunt with the right hand to the body. Driving pressure from Camozzi. Getting his head under the chin of the champion Lorenzo Hunt. Hunt firing back with the right hand. Camozzi turning up the pressure, trying to make this more physical, but takes the left hand from Lorenzo Hunt right to the body from Camozzi.
Camozzi using his head very well right now to control that inside tie.
We talked about this being the pace of Lorenzo Hunt. Right now you're seeing the pace that Chris Camozzi wanted. Now the separation from Knucklemania. To the outside. Final seconds, round number 3. Inside driving pressure again from Camozzi on the right hand. To turn another right hand. And exploding to the inside. Underhook. That ends the 3rd round. Camozzi, a scalp cut.
Go to line.
Taking the cut in his right brow. 3rd round. 4th round underway. Hunts with his step in left hand.
Good punch by Hunt right there.
Camozzi fainting on the left hand. Always active with that lead hand. Camozzi has been largely as well with his lead hand to this point in the fight.
And Hunt's been a lot more accurate in this fight.
Back under the right hands from Lorenzo Hunt. Camozzi to the inside. Hammering out and telling Camozzi if you grab him, you have to punch. They're doing a great job keeping this world title fight moving. 70 seconds remaining, 4th round. Camozzi losing the distance. Camozzi opening his chest and lands that left hand. But now coming forward through the center circle. Chris, you can feel just trying to time their explosions. There's the explosion from Hunt coming in the right hand.
And Hunt likes it when people come to his way to explode.
Camozzi on a jab. Pulling him right back from Hunt. 5 seconds remaining, round 4.
And these rounds are so close, you get the feeling whoever can land 1 or 2 good shots might win that round.
Now coming forward. On the right hand from Lorenzo Hunt. Camozzi on the jab just to lose that left hand of the champion Lorenzo Hunt. Back under from Camozzi, driving pressure into the clinch. We move to the 5th final round. 5th and final round underway. Coming forward. Back under from Camozzi, exploding to the inside. Lorenzo Hunt to the body overhand right. Camozzi on the turn and steps down Romano.
He's winning first. He's 2 more. Hey, when I say break, you stop.
Firmly out into both fighters. When I say break, you stop.
You can see here, punch advantage for Lorenzo Hunt right there.
Camozzi, half-tie play.
No slice.
Great shake in from Dan Morgan. Once more from Camozzi. Hunt stepping in with the right hand. 60 seconds remaining in this fight. Once more from Camozzi. Camozzi on the turn. Up to the body. Camozzi with that half-tie play. Camozzi trying to stay heavy in the clinch.
Lorenzo did a good job of blocking that and making the referee break him up.
Remember once more from Camozzi. Short right hand from the champion Lorenzo Hunt.
Oh, good punch by Camozzi right there. Just a nice short right hand.
Down the stretch of this world title fight main event. Camozzi trying to stay heavy in the clinch. Hunt driven against the ring ropes. Hunt snatching the overhook. The separation from Murderado, the bell, and the end of our main event.
Sean, that was a very close fight. I can see that going either way right now. The question is, was it enough to take it from the champion right there? A lot of times you have to convincingly beat the title holder.
He's not ready for 6. He's not ready for it, Chris. We are.
Chris, in every judging seminar, they say never favor the champion.
Not ready for it.
But the reality is, in extremely close rounds, sometimes judges will say, yeah, maybe to the champion.
Sean, I've heard that, but I've never seen it played out in reality. They always favor the champion, typically.
Go out there and make him win. Give him what he wants, Chris.
Our final fight stats presented by Buck Duck Energy Drink.
You can see here Lorenzo Hunt landing at a much higher percentage. However, Camozzi throwing more punches. Head strikes right there, very similar. I mean, Lorenzo Hunt, much higher percentage. Camozzi throwing a lot more punches. I mean, Hunt just perfect in the clinch. Just very close fight both ways.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 championship rounds, our judges at ringside send in a split decision. Judge Mason, 48-47 in favor of Hunt. Judge Sanchez, 48-47 in favor of Camozzi. And Judge Van Tine, 49-46 to the winner by split decision. And still undisputed BKFC World Cruiserweight Champion, Lorenzo, the Juggernaut!
Extremely hard fought from the champion Lorenzo Hunt and Chris Camozzi through all 5 rounds. A split decision, 3-2, 4-1 Hunt. The dissenting judge, 3 rounds to 2 for Chris Camozzi. In our main event of the evening, the winner by way of split decision, Lorenzo Hunt defeats Chris Camozzi.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, April 27th, one historic night, one epic encounter. Platinum Mike Perry versus Thiago the Pitbull Alves. Also, the World Heavyweight title on the line when champ Mick Terrill fights #1 pound for pound in the world, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. Plus, 2 hard-hitting heavyweights on a collision course as Big Ben Rothwell fights Todd Duffee. And much more fast-paced bare-knuckle fighting championship action. Don't miss history unfold at Knucklemania IV. Download the BKFC app at bkfc.com.
The former titleist Arnold A.J. Adams versus Mick Terrill.
You can see here, Sean, both guys 6'3", but there is a significant 4.5 reach advantage for Adams. And he's going to want to utilize that. Mick Terrill wants to get right in the pocket, right in his range, throw punches, right in the mid-range. Adams can fight outside, inside. He does not want to stay in Mick Terrill's range.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next fight of the night is a rematch 2 years in the making. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds for the vacant BKFC World Heavyweight Championship. Presented to you by Crescent Tools. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears white and gold. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 269.6 pounds. He holds an overall bare knuckle fighting record of 8 victories opposite a single defeat. Here is the #1 heavyweight challenger in the world, fighting out of North Shields, England, Mick Terrill. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears red and black. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 268.9 pounds. His impressive BKFC record stands at 7 victories opposite 2 defeats. He is the 2-time BKFC World Heavyweight Champion, fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, AJ Adams. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Mick Terrill said, I have to establish myself in the mid-range and let my hands go. High volume is my absolute key to victory. To the winner goes the currently vacant BKFC heavyweight title.
All right, gentlemen, go to line.
Dan Mergliata calling both fighters up to scratch.
Buckle up.
The rematch, round #1. Red and black trunks for Arnold A.J. Adams, white and gold trunks for Mick Terrill. Finder jab from Terrill. See the wide open striking guard of Adams on the duck under. Immediate call of break from Dan Mergliata. Finder jab again from Terrill.
Terrell's just trying to get into that mid-range. Wants to get to the point where he can just throw that to him right on the button.
Staying on the outside, eludes both of those right hands of Terrill.
That's just that good athleticism and head movement right there from Adams.
Comes again on the duck under. Can't land that downward 2. 1:15 remaining, round #1.
Terrell's going to have to start setting up that fake knee over and right and throwing that left uppercut.
The other rear right hand, counter right hand from Adams. These are 2 powerful fighters, but make no mistake, these are 2 really intelligent fighters.
You can just see the skill set right here, both these guys.
Left hand getting through from Terrill. Adams now resetting in the center circle. It's a bit higher and tighter for Arnold A.J. Adams. Terrill on the hook. More pressure again, the push off.
And you can see right now, Terrell's really starting to adjust and throw that uppercut more often.
Terrill saying to Mergliata. Adams keeps dipping his head. Mergliata said, I know, but don't hold him. Stiff jab from Adams. 25 seconds remaining, round #1. Back to the jab goes A.J. Adams. Terrill on the feint, looking for the entry. Pulled back to right hand, took that jab. Starting to let go with the jab. Latter stages, round #1. On the double jab goes A.J. Adams.
It's that speed right now of Adams. Those jabs are getting through.
Terrill rear right uppercut, counter left hand. And he clinched downward right hand into the clinch once more. There is the bell. We are through the opening round. Round #2. Stepping right hand from Adams. Comes on the 1-2. Terrill leaping in with the left hand. The fighters ever so slightly turning up the temperature here to start the second round. Leaping in again comes Mick Terrill. Rear right uppercut. Comes to the body. Rear duck under from Terrill. Long jab again from Terrill.
Those feints and those movements are very difficult for Terrill to deal with right now. Adams is just a difficult guy to fight.
Comes to the inside.
Back it up, back it up. Ready?
Break called for, received. Dan Mergliata keeping this fight moving. 1:15 remaining, round 2, and down goes Mick Terrill.
That was a push,
Ruled as a slip by Dan Mergliata immediately. No complaint from A.J. Adams. Right hand not there. You see the framing of Adams. Stiff jab from Adams now into the clinch. Terrill has a second cut on his face. Now cut under his right eye. Adams coming forward off the long jab. Didn't land, but it backed off Terrill. Right hand from Terrill, snatching the half-tie pump. Big to the body goes AJ Adams. Uppercuts to the body now from Terrill. Good refereeing from Mergliata in this active clinch. Over the head from Terrill, gets the separation. Comes on the jab, rear right uppercut, just misses from Terrill. Left hand from Adams, driving pressure from Terrill, putting Adams against the ropes. 20 seconds remaining, round 2. Comes on the jab, short right hand from Mick Terrill.
Adams seemed to slow down here for a second.
Come on, guys, come on. Box it out, box it out. Ready?
And Mergliata telling the two fighters, work out in the clinch. Big left hand from Adams, then the turn.
He just looks like he's all of a sudden lost a step. He's got to be careful.
Next stop, round 3.
Are we ready? Ready. Buckle up.
Round number 3. Adams starts with the jab. Coming from Terrill. Terrill on the 1-2. Counter right hand, right back. Then the double jab from the Englishman, Mick Terrill. He's just missing with that right hand. Duck under again from AJ Adams into the clinch. You hear Mergliata calling for a box it out, work out of the clinch, instead of the break. Big jab from Adams.
That's his best punch right now. He can throw that jab at will. Got to put it out there, though. Just got to keep putting that out there.
The right uppercut. Terrill continues to throw, just missed that. Continuing to land the jabs, landing the one, AJ Adams. The 2 just off the mark for Terrill. 5 remaining, round 3. There's that rear right uppercut again from Terrill, then the downward right hand.
Box it out, come on, box it out. Right, no strikes, no strikes, no strikes, guys.
You tell Mick Terrill's not real interested in throwing in the clinch. Likes to be in his area, in his mid-range.
Stiff jab again.
Right.
Just heard Mergliata say to Adams, keep your head up. Well, just missed with the right hand. Chris Terrill continues to load up that rear right uppercut. Right hook on the separation.
Adams just looks exhausted all of a sudden again. At that last part of these rounds, he just looking tired.
Final seconds, round number 3. Adams coming forward off the jab. Backward step, now the forward right hand from Mick Terrill. Rear right uppercut, there's the jab from Terrill. Terrill on the big right hand. And heavy on the neck. It's the break call from Mergliata. There is the bell. We are through 3 rounds.
Adams just looks exhausted at the end of that round.
Terrill said, as much respect as I have for AJ Adams, I feel that he will fade if this goes past 2 rounds. We're to the 4th round, including the prelims, our first round number 4 of the evening. Former champion, AJ Adams down on the shot from Mick Terrill.
And once again, Sean, I feel like this is at a pure exhaustion right now.
Put your hands up. You okay?
Telling Mergliata he wants to continue. We'll see how hard Terrill now goes for the finish. Throwing the big left hand. There's the answer. Knockdown number 2.
And this, you can't see him getting up. He's just exhausted right now. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but he just gassed out there.
The count of 10. We have a new BKFC Heavyweight World Champion. It is the Englishman, Mick Terrill.
What a job right there. Terrill just continued to keep the pace right there, do exactly what he had to do, wait for the right time. He was exactly right, predicted if it went past 2 rounds, that's when he was going to turn it up. That's what happened right there. You can just see Adams fading at the end of each round. All it took was that one big shot there, and Adams was done. Adams is still exhausted. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, how he got so tired. He's went 5 rounds many times. So for some reason, maybe it was the pressure that Terrill, but there was a huge right hand.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliotta, reaches the count of 10 at 47 seconds into round number 4. For your winner, by KO, and new BKFC World Heavyweight Champion, Mick Terrill!
Great victory for Mick Terrill right there. Weathered the storm, dealt with some cuts, dealt with some adversity, pushed the pace, got the victory.
Mick Terrill was ultra confident that he had the superior conditioning, that Arnold A.J. Adams would fade. Terrill landing the knockdown in round number 4 and then turning up the pressure, the second knockdown, the 10 count from referee Dan Mergliotta. And with that, the Englishman Mick Terrill takes the BKFC heavyweight title. The winner by way of 4th round knockout, Mick Terrill defeats Arnold A.J. Adams.
On the West Coast, right here in downtown LA, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship takes a squared circle center stage to the entertainment capital of the world. No red carpets, no awards, no acceptance speeches, just bare knuckle fighting. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Knucklemania! We brought the year's biggest event to the media capital, LA, combat fighting in its purest form, bare knuckle fighting in the City of Angels. We're gonna kick off Knucklemania IV with tonight's preview, these hard-hitting fights where we give you a little taste of what's to come in our loaded main card. Our co-main event tonight, an epic bout for the BKFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. The challenger, Lorenzo Hunt, has terrorized the light heavyweight cruiserweight division, taking out everybody in his path and claiming the gold. But now he faces the biggest and baddest BKFC champion, Mick Terrill from the UK, who's ready to shut the Juggernaut down for good. In tonight's main event, two undefeated warhorses trade blows in a fight nearly 10 years in the making. Thiago Pitbull Alves instantly made waves upon his arrival, which led him to becoming the first BKFC middleweight champion. Platinum Mike Perry has gone 4-0 against some of MMA's biggest legends, ending each fight more brutally every time. Mike Perry and Thiago Alves one-on-one tonight. And welcome to the fabulous Peacock Arena, tonight's setting for Knucklemania IV by Triller. I'm Mario Lopez, and in this very arena, some of the biggest acts in entertainment have played. It's been the site of the Emmys, the Grammys, and so much more. And while the Lakers might be battling it right now, across the street, nothing is like what you're gonna see in our squared circle. You've got the King of Violence, Mike Perry, battling Thiago Alves, a heavyweight championship bout, and so much more. But before we get to the fights, we're going to throw it ringside to Cyrus Fees, who will be ringside all night with the biggest names in attendance. Where you got, Cyrus? What's going on?
Man, doing good down here. Everybody getting excited, people filing in. But I have got one of the top featherweights in the company today, Brian Duran, straight out of South Florida. Now, Brian, listen, we have a show coming up June 21st. Everybody knows about it. And I know that you are ready for your opportunity. Tell me, man, are you ready to get that shot?
Oh man, I think I deserve it more than ready, you know, and obviously we stay ready, man, all year around. 365, I could train every day I will. Kai Stewart, you know what it is, bro. You know I'm up next for it. You know I deserve it, and you know what's going to happen. It's my time.
Let me ask you one more question. We're in Los Angeles right now. We have done it very big. You have been with us for quite a while. How big is this event? How big is this arena?
No, huge, huge. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, wow, hopefully one day I get to fight here, obviously, so. Yeah, man, it's going to be a great show tonight.
El Gallo, Brian Duran here ringside. We're going to have a lot of stars here, folks. But right now, let's send it back to Adriana, who's going to be standing by with our fighters all night long.
Thanks, guys. Here backstage with Julian Lane, who, Julian, you're going to be part of the biggest BKFC fight event in history. What does that mean for you? How special? What's going on through your mind right now?
Man, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I've been doing this so long and just making history in a new state and being bare knuckle and what we're doing and how the sport's evolving, it's mind-blowing, and I'm just thankful and blessed to be a part of it.
Absolutely, looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mario.
Thank you, Adriana. We're going to check back in with you throughout the night, but right now, let's go ringside with our commentary team of Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle. Now, Chris, Lights Out Lytle, that's a great name, by the way, my man. You know a little about being on the biggest stage right here. Knucklemania IV LA, this event takes the entire company to new heights, not to mention these fighters, right?
100%. A lot of these fighters have fought at the highest level, Sean. You know that. Everybody's ready. Some of those guys who haven't been at the next level, we're going to find out if they're ready for that tonight. Bare knuckle every time. You know, Knucklemania, we just keep getting bigger and bigger, better and better. We never disappoint. So we're going to see tonight who's ready to step it up to the next level and who's not.
Now, Sean, when you look at this fight card, we know that the top 3 fights have gotten a lot of attention, of course, but what are some of the other fights that we should be looking out for?
Mario, there are stacked cards, and then there are stacked cards. Up and down this Knucklemania IV bout sheet, these are outstanding fights. I think this is very intriguing in the middleweight division. You have Danny Cardona versus who you just heard from, Julian Lane. These are 2 very hard-hitting forward pressure fighters.
And Chris, for the folks at home that are wanting to lay down maybe a little money on these fights, what are some of the odds that look interesting to you?
Man, there's a lot of money to be made. So many good fights out there. If you can see, the main one that jumps out the page at me right now is Thiago Alves, a veteran right now. This is his 4th fight, I believe. At -209, I think that's a fantastic pick.
Well, if you want to get in on the action and make your night a little more interesting, you can scan the QR code on screen or visit Kurgo.com to place your bets. Our official bettor partner, Kurgo. You can watch the fights, maybe line your pockets a little bit too, so good luck. Well, the fighters are on deck and ready to walk, so let's take a look at the rules of BKFC. BKFC uses the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, which are administered this evening by the California State Athletic Commission. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. There is no 3 knockdown rule. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. All right, time to knuckle up. Let's go to our first tale of the tape.
We open tonight with the bout in the Cruiserweight division. Bucked Up Energy Drink brings you the numbers for Keith Richardson versus Cody Vital.
Very interesting here, Sean. You can see Keith Richardson has a 3-inch height advantage. However, Cody Vital does have a 1-inch reach advantage. He wants to utilize that, get in the air, land those hard shots against the bigger, taller Keith Richardson.
This is the BKFC debut for Cody Vital. He's had 3 pro MMA bouts. In our fighter meeting, Vital said, "My style is a combination of Rocky Marciano and Mike Tyson, pressure with lateral movement in the pocket."
But when he's using that pressure, Sean, he uses that to set up traps. Wants to set the pace out there, pick his shots, get into the pocket, and do what he does best, land power shots.
Vital also told us, "I want to utilize creative footwork." Vital is ambidextrous. He said, "I will continually switch stances, but do so with the purpose and hard jabs from both stances."
Likes to get into the clinch. When he gets in, he wants to throw the body, throw a lot of uppercuts. He said Mike Tyson style. If you remember how Mike Tyson did that, right hit the body, right uppercut, beautiful shots.
Keith Richardson made his BKFC debut last month. He defeated Frank Lester by first-round TKO.
Great job in this fight, going against a big veteran. Look beautiful with that boxing, blocking, attacking. 1 round, that's all it took in a very, very difficult first fight. Thought it was going to be a much more competitive fight. Keith Richardson came out and take care of business right there.
Keith Richardson enters 1-0 in BKFC. He's a veteran of 9 pro boxing bouts, 3 in pro MMA. Richardson told us in our fighter meeting, "I want to put a big focus on utilizing the clinch effectively and keep doubling my punches."
Sean, last time he fought for us, he told us he didn't even really understand the clinch. Now he's been in there, he's had some experience, he understands it. That's when he wants to utilize it. However, typically he wants to be on the outside, stay long, but if it gets close, then that clinch is going to be implemented.
Richardson said, "I cannot let my opponent in this cruiserweight bout, Cody Vital, gain momentum. I'm going to break him down by mixing power punches and high volume punches."
Feels like he is going to be able to control his opponent the entire time. That's one of his keys, controlling the pace. If he controls when and where the fight happens, he's going to win.
To get BKFC Knucklemania IV started, we send it into the ring with the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and welcome one and all to the Peacock Theater here in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And we welcome you to the biggest bare knuckle extravaganza of all time and the very first bare knuckle fighting event in California state history. Welcome to Knucklemania IV. Knucklemania for review begins tonight with 5 2-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, an even 203 pounds. He holds an MMA record of 3 fights and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Huntington Beach, California, here is the Huntington Beach good guy, Cody Vidal. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white and black. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 203.4 pounds. He is undefeated in the squared circle at 1-0. Fighting out of Hollywood, California. Here is the undefeated Keith, the Officer Richardson. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Keith Richardson told us, I believe my opponent Cody Vidal will try to get forward into the pocket. I have to keep throwing the hard jab. Round number 1. White trunks for Keith Richardson, black trunks for Cody Vidal. The first ever BKFC bout and indeed bare knuckle fight in California. From the inside, halftime play, and down goes Keith Richardson on the right hand.
I think he hit him while he was on the canvas, and that's what the timeout is about.
Time called by referee Andrew Glenn.
Down on the ground, you can't hit him. All right, you hit him twice. He's on the ground, you can't hit him. All right? You good to go?
What are the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting? That is a foul, a punch to a grounded fighter. That's a hard warning from Andrew Glenn. Negate the knockdown, right back to it. And right back with the right hand goes Cody Vidal.
Vidal is doing a lot of damage inside. Richardson has got to tie up better. Make it to where his opponent cannot continue to hit him like this. He needs to grab both arms. He can't continue to trade with him in there.
Smear of blood on Richardson's forehead. More right hands from the half-tie pump. Big uppercuts. Right hook now from Cody Vidal. Vidal again on the right hand, creating space. Big left hand on the combination. That chancery position gets the separation from Andrew Glenn. 50 seconds remaining, round number 1.
Richardson has got to keep this fight outside. He cannot keep tying up.
There's short right hands to the body now for Richardson. But it's been a strong round number 1 to this point for Cody Vidal. Vidal with the right hand on cue.
Vidal's so good on this inside fighting, that dirty boxing. He's creating space and landing hard shots.
A lot of blood around the right eye of Richardson. 25 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're in the Cruiserweight division. There's the double right hand, now right hook to the body from Keith Richardson. Good striking creativity from both men. Vidal is cut outside of his right eye. Separation called again by Andrew Glenn. Forward off the jab. Uppercut to the body from Richardson. Uppercut and a right hook from Vidal. That was slick. 10-second clap. Late here in round number 1.
I thought the bell already should have went off.
Step back, let him go, step back.
The time out was ruled by Andrew Glenn on the punches to the grounded Richardson. Thus we get the elongated but still legal round number 1. Next stop, round number 2.
Very difficult round for Richardson right there. He fell in love with getting in the clinch. He talked about that Sean extensively, how much he worked on it. But look what happened when he got inside. He went against an MMA guy, took some hard shots in that position. If you think you're going to train for a month and learn how to fight inside like an MMA guy, has been doing for years, you're dead wrong. Richardson just found that out. He has to adjust right now. He has to figure out how to keep this fight outside. He's taking power shots the entire time on the inside. You can see when we're showing this replay how many devastating shots Cody Vital was able to land. Richardson really needs to turn this into a boxing match and not so much a fight.
Referee Andrew Glenn just confirming to me off microphone he did not count the knockdown. Now a medical timeout called by Glenn before we start round number 2. Working in conjunction with the outstanding California State Athletic Commission. BKFC's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Don Muzzi. Medical clearance from Dr. Muzzi and California, round number 2.
Sean, Keith Richardson's face is a wreck. He better do something this round. I'm not sure if they're going to keep this going.
Good refereeing from Andrew Glenn. Good forward pressure now from Richardson. Vital with his back against the ropes. Both fighters cut in round number 1. Heavy pressure, heavy front shoulder from Richardson. Good clipping right hand from Vital. The fighters continuing to swing big. On the flurry, counter right hand with power goes Cody Vital. Big right hand again from Vital.
Richardson once again just staying in the pocket right now, staying in the clinch.
High elbow guard being used by Keith Richardson. Separation again from Andrew Glenn. 1:15 remaining, round 2. On the left hook.
Keep the fingers in, guys.
Both fighters again from the half tie plum. That single collar tie on this step out the right hand. Flurry right back, then the jab from Richardson. Richardson on the flurry again. It's a high guard though. A lot of those punches, Chris, going into the forearms and elbows of Cody Vital. Vital coming forward into the double, now quadruple jab of Richardson.
Richardson's face is a problem right here, but he's landing a lot of good shots. He's got to do something meaningful, do some damage to Cody right now.
Both fighters in the center circle to the body on the level change. Cleverly goes Richardson. Richardson again to the body. Overhand right.
Richardson is pushing forward. I really like what he's doing in this situation. Vital needs to just throw a couple hard shots. If he can do more damage to that face, they might stop it after this round.
See the driving forward pressure again from the half tie plum from Cody Vital.
Vital is leaking a lot of blood at this point.
Richardson on the short right hand. To the body now goes Keith Richardson. Closing stages, round number 2. Richardson now landing cleanly to the head of Vital. We move to round 3.
A lot of volume for Richardson. Seems like he's getting better as this fight is going. I really hope this fight is not stopped because both guys are doing a lot of damage to each other, a lot of work. That is a nasty cut over Vital's eye there. The cut men have their work cut out
Bring him
for
right
them.
here, Doc. All right, same
And
drill.
here's Richardson with just throwing pitter-patter, but big right hand. That's what we have here. Sean, we have power versus volume in this fight. And here's Richardson landing a lot of shots. Like we said earlier, volume over power, but those shots are doing damage.
Seconds out called, and again, as we did between rounds 1 and 2, we are going to have a medical timeout. First, both fighters will come up to scratch.
It might be for both fighters in this situation, Sean.
Didn't even get up to scratch. Now Cody Vital getting the medical visit. It was Richardson who had the medical visit between rounds 1 and 2.
That's a nasty cut.
He said he couldn't see in the corner. Sit.
This fight is over, and victory for Keith Richardson. He's now 2-0 in BKFC.
Did you hear what was said there, Sean? They said Vital said he could not see in between rounds. Anytime you say that, the fight is automatically going to be stopped. And it's such a shame for Vital right there. He was doing so good in that first round with those inside, with those clinches, with that dirty boxing. Landing so many hard shots, and you can just see Richardson right now. He's a wreck.
Chris, that's an outstanding example of referee Andrew Glenn working with the medical team of California and the chief medical officer of BKFC, Dr. Don Muzzi. 25 years ago in boxing, referees were instructed, stay in your corner, don't get involved between rounds. It was Big John McCarthy in the early days of the UFC who became active as the referee, getting into the corners. You see that play out. Great refereeing. Andrew Glenn heard in the corner of Cody Vital telling his cornermen, I cannot see. Glenn reports that then to the physicians. Fight over.
Sean, it makes no sense for the referees not to get in there and see what's going on. Your job is the safety of these fighters. You hear what's going on. Just like in that situation, you heard him say, I cannot see. That's all you need to know. You go over there, you talk to the doctor, you tell them that. They do not want to let a fighter go. It's all about their safety. Fighters are going to be too tough for their own good. And if you go out there and you continue to fight and you get hurt, it's going to be a huge problem. So I love the fact that they're standing there, they're paying attention, they're listening to what's going on, and they're doing their job. They're protecting the fighters.
You just saw Jeremy Williams, the great 1990s and early 2000s pro boxing heavyweight, in the corner of his fighter Keith Richardson. Richardson showed some Jeremy Williams-like power, so too. Full credit to Cody Vital. Both fighters' game going all out. We send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, calls a stop to this fight at the conclusion of round number 2. For your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Keith the Officer Richardson.
Huge fight for Richardson. Showed a lot in that victory. First time he just walked through his opponent. This time he showed he can deal with some adversity. Took some problems in the first round, but he turned around, pushed forward, looked fantastic, came back and won the fight, Sean.
Our first ever bare knuckle fighting championship bout in the great state of California, and these two California-based fighters going all out. The winner by way of second round TKO due to physician stoppage, Keith Richardson defeats Cody Vital.
Saturday, May 11th, get ready for a night of adrenaline-fueled action when the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, debuts in Connecticut at Mohegan Sun. In the main event, the always ready to fight Jimmy Altera Rivera collides with the always dangerous Daniel Strauss. Plus 10 other explosive bare knuckle fights featuring Sarah Click, the undefeated Royal Ryan Reber, Zach the Shark Kalmus, Chris Sarro, and many more bare knuckle warriors. Get your tickets now at BKFC.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
We are all the way live from Satellite 5. I'm Brian Socha, and as always, so much to get into this week on the Bare Knuckle Show. We're glad you're hanging out.
Bare Knuckle just takes one shot. If he can land a good shot, he can do some damage.
6 new major signings, a new location overseas that we're going to be doing.
It gives me so much more energy and reason to go ahead and do what I do.
Oh, shit!
Oh, shit!
It's inappropriate.
To the lightweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by OnlyFans for Tommy Aaron versus Richard Brooks.
In the tail of the tape here, Sean, Aaron, a 2-inch height advantage. Aaron also a 2-inch reach advantage. He wants to use that boxing, stay outside, and make his opponent pay for stepping close.
This is the pro combat sports debut for Richard Brooks here in his home city, Los Angeles. Brooks compiled a record of 3-0 in amateur Muay Thai. At our fighter meeting, Brooks told us he feels that he is very fast, He said, I'm especially quick with my counters, and I'm going to hit fast angles.
Wants to be versatile, use a lot of in and out motion, then get to the pocket. He feels like he can do everything. Doesn't matter, he just has to wait to see what his opponent's gonna offer and then react.
Brooks is naturally right-handed. He prefers to fight southpaw. He will occasionally switch stances, he told us. Brooks said, I'm going to be creative, I'm going to be fluid, I'm going to keep making adjustments as this fight progresses.
He's paid attention to bare knuckle, understands he doesn't want to stand out there and trade. He talked about using angle shot, but he can only do so because he feels like he's going to have a huge speed advantage. He can be out there and be much faster than his opponent and beat him to the punch.
This is the BKFC debut for Tommy Aaron. He has had 20 pro MMA bouts. Aaron told us, I want to utilize very aggressive counter striking in this bout, and I want to showcase excellent head movement.
I loved one thing he said. Talked about really wanting to be a counter fighter. However, the problem is he always goes out there and is more aggressive than he likes to be. I understand that, Sean. You want to go out there and be smart, but sometimes you just have to bite down the mouthpiece and throw hard punches.
Aaron told us, I'm going to intentionally keep my hands low. I'm going to use the Philly shell. I want to bait in Richard Brooks. I'm going to punch up, and I'm going to throw a lot of multi-punch combinations.
Very dangerous in bare knuckle to try the Philly shell. He was adamant he was going to utilize it. Let's see if it works. Also said he really wants to throw that right hand to the body, target that straight right and that right hook.
Once again, Jeff Houston.
We are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division, presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 153.3 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of South Central Los Angeles, California. Here is Richard, the Big Bad Wolf Brooks. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears white. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 154.2 pounds. He is an MMA veteran of 20 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of San Pedro, California, here is Tommy Aaron. And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Lieben.
With this bout, Chris Lieben becomes the first person to both fight in and referee BKFC. Full shake of hands between Tommy Aaron and Richard Brooks. Up to scratch, round number 1. White trunks for Aaron, black trunks for Brooks. There's a clever naked right hand to the body from Tommy Aaron. The fighters staying fluid, early stages of this lightweight bout on the outside. Right hand again to the body from Aaron, to the inside combination on the duck under from Brooks.
And Brooks was one of the guys who came through trials, and you can see why we like him. Hard, powerful counter punches.
Brooks staying patient on the outside. In the step again, that naked right hand to the body. That's 3 times now from Aaron. Aaron off the jab.
Aaron said in our interview he wanted to throw those right hands at the body. He's doing so.
Staying fluid on the outside, slight forward pressure from Tommy Aaron through the center circle. 1:10 remaining, round number 1. Comes in the step, long jab from Tommy Aaron. You see the naturally right-handed Brooks staying in the southpaw stance.
I'm loving what Aaron's doing, throwing a lot of right hands to the body and even to the head, but he's stepping outside. That lead foot makes it very difficult to get countered.
Faked on the jab from Aaron. Aaron lead left hook. Brooks talked about striking creativity, Chris, but thus far we've seen a lot of creativity in the striking of Tommy Aaron. Straight right hand from Brooks, partially getting through. Jab right back from Tommy Aaron. Now 30 seconds remaining, round 1.
And that's something a lot of people don't fully understand unless you're a student of boxing. If you step outside that lead foot when you have a southpaw versus right-handed, it's very difficult to counter. Tommy is doing a very good job. Tommy stepping outside and making it very difficult to get counted.
Forward pressure again from Aaron. On the right hand, left hand gets through, and then the flurry right back to Asa from Brooks on the counter, and that drops Richard Brooks.
Brooks again, aggressive, came forward, ate a right hand.
Here's the mandatory 8 count from Chris Lieben. Brooks on his feet. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round under the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting. There is the bell. We go to round 2.
And Brooks is extremely fortunate right there that that round was over because he was still on unsteady legs. Beautiful counter right hand. You're going to see Brooks comes forward, gets aggressive, landed a few powerful shots. All it takes. That's the problem with being aggressive. Your hands are not in position. Aaron was ducked down, came back with exactly the right punch, that overhand right, landed clean.
Tonight, of course, it's BKFC Knucklemania 4. We take you back to Knucklemania 1, February 2022. Chris Lieben versus Quentin Henry.
And this is epic. This is quintessential Chris Lieben. Getting hit a lot, taking a lot of damage, ate it, walked right through it, landed one hard shot, got the knockout.
The final fight of his fantastic MMA and bare knuckle career, Chris Lieben defeating Quentin Henry by first round KO. Now referee Chris Lieben bringing both fighters up to scratch. Round number 2. Presumably a 10-8 across the board for Tommy Aaron, dropping Richard Brooks latter stages of round 1. That's a full takedown and the full mount. We'll see how this is ruled if time is called, and time is indeed called now by Chris Lieben.
Aaron, you can just see a different level of confidence coming out for that round. Brooks grabbed him and tied him up.
Time called by Chris Lieben. As you see, Richard Brooks staying flat on his back.
Tied up and fell down. You getting up? You gotta get up. Let's go.
Brooks will now have up to 5 minutes to recover.
Stand up.
Brooks, I'm not sure if he wants to continue the fight. You can see him pleading with the referee right now, but he did nothing wrong.
It was definitely an illegal takedown by Tommy Aaron, Chris, but it was also somewhat awkward. It wasn't a driving takedown.
Let's take a look. I'm not sure how
that was
illegal
not a knockdown. That was a slip.
He grabbed him and pulled him almost on top of him.
It was definitely the framing with the right forearm by Aaron.
So he's trying to grab a headlock. It's Brooks. Aaron just turned him and landed on top of him.
Here we go.
You see the framing? Yeah, beautifully in the full mount. It just doesn't work as well in this sport.
Glad to see this fight continues.
Right back to it. Timing called. Round 2 continues. There's a sharp left hand from Tommy Aaron.
Tommy Aaron needs to do the same thing he's been doing so far, stepping outside just like that.
Clean on the naked right hand. Again, the 2 without the 1, and that's been effective to this point for Tommy Aaron.
Aaron just
balances Brooks.
Aaron just has to be careful. He's not too aggressive, and he walks into his own right hand.
Aaron making this a very physical fight. Big swings from the outside on the hook from Tommy Aaron. Richard Brooks playing a lot of defense, taking himself against the ropes. Good refereeing again from Chris Lieben, keeping this fight moving. 60 seconds remaining, round 2. On the clean 1-2 from Aaron. Right hand again. Huge left hand knockdown number 2.
Hit him while he was on the ground.
Lieben is now saying that Aaron punched the ground at Brooks after the clean knockdown.
That part is true. You can see right now, Brooks very hesitant. He's done fighting. Not sure how they're going to rule this. I don't think Brooks is going to want to continue this fight.
So it was the clean knockdown, but then the illegal punch by Aaron to the ground at Brooks after he was knocked down.
It looked like he hit him when he was down.
Welcome to BKFC, California State Athletic Commission.
I thought I saw Brooks shake his head.
The knockdown.
You can see Aaron still feeling like he's clearly winning. You've got to be careful. You never know if you hit a grounded fighter and he can't continue. You might not win this fight.
Chris Lieben talking to Andy Foster, the executive director of the California State Athletic Commission, Sean Wells, the chief inspector for California. This fight is over.
I don't think Brooks knows. I think Aaron's going to be sorely mistaken. I don't think he's going to be real happy when he finds out he might round one.
This very well could be.
Best case scenario.
Disqualification of Aaron and a DQ win for Brooks. We shall see.
Best case scenario, he might be hoping for a no contest.
It's one of two things, Chris. It's either a no contest or a Brooks win by DQ. This will not be a Tommy Aaron victory.
And that is so unfortunate. He was clearly in the driver's seat the entire time. Beautiful left hand.
Wow,
that was it. If they watch that, they cannot give him the victory. Brooks cannot win on that punch. That did zero damage.
Again, Tommy Aaron, this is his BKFC debut. He's a veteran of 20 pro MMA bouts. You can see, Chris, sometimes it's difficult to unring that proverbial bell. Aaron following down Brooks through the right hand. He was stopping mid-punch and just touched the arm.
Just the arm. I hope that does not make the deciding factor. I hope that they can watch that and see that was not the deciding factor. Because Aaron let in a clean punch. That did the damage. That was what happened right there. Brooks might think he's going to get the victory by doing this, but that should not be the case in this situation. If you hit a guy while he's on the ground, and that's the cause, if that's what makes it to where they cannot continue, that's one thing. But that was not the case here. So let's hope that is not what happens in this situation. But I'm going to be very interested to hear what they say.
You think this will either be a no contest or a DQ win for Brooks? We shall see. To end all suspense, here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to an end at 1 minute 14 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by TKO, Tommy Aaron.
Sean, I am so happy to see that they watched the video. They saw that's what happened. It was not the punch on the ground. Tommy Aaron looked phenomenal in this fight. Did exactly what he did. Stepped outside that lead foot and landed a lot of hard right hands.
Chris Lieben was a great fighter, and he is a great referee. Chris Lieben making sense of a difficult situation. So a clean knockdown. There was the illegal punch, but as you see that illegal punch, it's barely on the right arm of Richard Brooks. No DQ, no contest. That's a win. Victorious by way of second round TKO. Tommy Aaron defeats Richard Brooks.
Friday, May 17th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, is back. In the main event, a man who's been tearing through the competition, the undefeated Carlos Trinidad Snake, fights his toughest opponent to date, the battle-hardened warrior who hasn't tasted defeat since 2021, Dustin the Disciple Peg. In the co-main event, watch the ferocious Dakota Cochran as he aims to keep his win streak alive when he knuckles up with the relentless Jamie Hit'em Holloway. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Saturday, May 11th, get ready for a night of adrenaline-fueled action when the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, debuts in Connecticut at Mohegan Sun. In the main event, the always ready to fight Jimmy Altera Rivera collides with the always dangerous Daniel Strauss. Plus, 10 other explosive bare knuckle fights featuring Sarah Click, the undefeated Royal Ryan Reber, Zach the Shark Kalmus, Chris Sarro, and many more bare knuckle warriors. Get your tickets now at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
In the light heavyweight division, Vinny Famolari versus Fernando Gonzalez. Our numbers are presented by Rasha.
Famolari has a 3-inch height advantage as well as a 3-inch reach advantage. Fernando Gonzalez has to get in close to land powerful shots. It's up to Vinny to make sure that doesn't happen.
Gonzalez set for his BKFC debut. Gonzalez has had 49 pro MMA bouts, 1 in pro boxing. In a really solid pro MMA career, Gonzalez with victories over Carl Amasu, Carl Parisian, Mariusz Zaromskis, Brandon Gertz, and Brennan Ward. In our fighter meeting, Gonzalez said, Chris Lights Out Lytle, I want to fight just like you. He said, I've been following you since The Ultimate Fighter, and I've tried to model my career and my style on you. Forward pressure, heavy aggression, let my hands go.
That's why I like this guy. So very smart, very accurate. Now, once they get into the clinch, he feels like he has a huge advantage in that situation. Feels like his experience is going to be a huge factor. Timing to get inside. That's how he gets in without taking damage. Using timing, familiarity, understanding exactly what he has to do to get in there without taking damage.
Gonzalez said of his opponent in this light heavyweight bout, Benny Familari, he definitely has power, but by getting inside, I will negate that power.
Thinks he has a speed advantage. Wants to get into that sweet spot, into that pocket, unload punches right there because he has a speed advantage. He can land 3 shots to his opponent's 1.
Benny Familari set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut. He's 3-0 in pro Muay Thai. We asked him to describe his fighting style in our fighter meeting. He said, quote, scientific street fighting. Hard counters, grind out my opponent, Fernando Gonzalez, from the inside.
He also said technical brawler. He thought he came up with that term. I think, I hate to tell him, a lot of people say that's all right. Wants to get into the pocket, apply pressure, feels like he's good at getting in that position and then countering, waiting for the other fighter to come in and then throwing counter shots.
Familari said, I have to continually be first. My overhand right is my key to victory. I respect Fernando Gonzalez. I respect his accomplishments in pro MMA, but I cannot be too respectful of him in this fight.
Feels like he's younger, he's stronger, he's faster. His opponent has a lot of age, not necessarily age, but fight age. He's been around for a long time and went through a lot of wars. He does not have that. He has the youth in that factor. It feels like he's stronger and faster as well.
Once again, Jeff Houston.
We are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Presented to you by Russia. Upgrade to champion mindset with Russia. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 180.6 pounds. He is a true MMA veteran of 49 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Menifee, California, here is Fernando, the Menifee Maniac Gonzalez. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears blue and white. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 177.6 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 4 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of San Gabriel Valley, California, here is the Mex-Italian Stallion, Vincent Familari. And our referee in charge of the action, Jonathan Romero.
Fernando Gonzalez told us on the inside, I want to be heavy in the clinch, heavy with upper body wrestling to my punches. Round number 1. Blue trunks for Vinny Familari, black trunks for Fernando Gonzalez.
Well, we definitely have the best nickname of the night so far.
On the duck under, big right hand. Familari couldn't land that. Pulls back that right hand is Familari.
Make fist, gentlemen, make fist. Fist.
Referee Jonathan Romero, outstanding referee. This is his BKFC debut, telling both fighters, do not extend your fingers, make fist. See the patience from Gonzalez. And the duck under again. Familari swinging big. This is with that overhand right, but he is loading up early stages. 80 seconds remaining round 1. Both fighters in the center circle.
Gonzalez has been throughout his career a spoiler. They bring him in to lose, he wins. Understands being the underdog.
left hook just misses from Gonzalez. I commentated a lot of those fights, Chris.
Just a different mindset you have to come in as the underdog. Put on a great show.
Left hand counter right hand right back from Famulari. One-two walking forward Famulari. Good pull from Gonzalez. Gonzalez now coming forward again. The duck under. Can you hear Jonathan Romero telling both fighters make fists? This is just like if you're new to bare knuckle. Unified rules of MMA. You cannot extend fingers towards the face of your opponent. Either have to make a fist, fingers straight up or straight down. 20 seconds remaining, round number one. We are in the light heavyweight division. Patience now from Famulari. Slide forward, walk down, pressure again, the overhand right. Off the jab. Gonzalez staying cool as you like on the outside. The duck under again, now to the inside. On the right hand, Gonzalez counter right hand from Famulari. That ends round number one.
Famulari was one of the guys who came through the tryouts.
BKFC Knucklemania IV live from Los Angeles is presented by Buffed Up Energy Drink. OnlyFans. Grunt Style Apparel. And by Forged Irish Stout. Tonight it's Knucklemania IV, our California debut, live at Peacock Theater in downtown Los Angeles. The biggest night on the BKFC calendar, and indeed the biggest event in bare knuckle fighting championship history. We're in the prelims. Soon all of the seats here at Peacock Theater will be full. Both fighters called up to scratch by referee Jonathan Romero. Vinny Famulari versus Fernando Gonzalez, round number two. Tall stance for Famulari, slight forward pressure to start the second round. Again, Gonzalez staying very fluid, relaxed on the outside, continually switching stances, back to southpaw. Gonzalez trying to literally bounce off of the corner cushion into the pocket. Jab right back from Famulari. Gonzalez on the entry, left hand. Overhand just missing from Famulari. Continues to throw that big, Chris.
I'd like to see him turn that under to some body shots. He's missing over the top. It's very easy to do when you have a shorter opponent.
Famulari pulling back that right hand. Gonzalez missing that left hook. 10 remaining, round two. Right hand. Good jab to the body from Famulari.
Famulari having a lot of trouble with the awkward movement of Gonzalez in and out.
Good sequence there for Famulari. Hard forward pressure. Famulari on the right hand.
And this is when Famulari's in his best opportunity right here. He's staying close. He's staying right in the range where he knows exactly where his opponent is.
Underhook from Fernando Gonzalez. Gets that separation, but a strong sequence for Vinny Famulari.
What Famulari needs to do, he needs to cut off that ring, push his opponent against the ropes, get to where he knows exactly where his opponent's going to be. It's that in and out awkward motion, that veteran movement that Gonzalez is doing that's throwing him off.
Now forward pressure from Fernando Gonzalez, lands the clean right hand. Getting late here in round number two. There's the 10-second clap. Gonzalez rushing into the pocket again, overhand right. That was glancing from Famulari. But Famulari continues to throw that huge overhand right. Left-hander right from Fernando Gonzalez. Here comes the count from Jonathan Romero. Now Romero was saying that the punch was after the bell. He is not counting the knockdown.
Very fortunate right there in that situation for Gonzalez. Looked like a clean knockdown. You couldn't see from our angle whether it happened before or after the bell.
It is not when the punch lands, it's when the action of the punch starts. If the action of the punch starts before the bell rings, then it is a legal punch. The referee Jonathan Romero deeming that the action of the punch occurred after the bell sounded.
And let's see. Notice that very nice placed right hand by Gonzalez. And it didn't look like it was a devastating knockdown anyway, more just knocked him back as Gonzalez ran into the ropes.
Again, the knockdown not counted by referee Jonathan Romero. We go to round number 3. There's that heavy upper body wrestling from Gonzalez, draws the quick separation from Romero.
And once again, what Familari needs to do is turn some of those overhand rights into uppercuts. He's just missing over the top.
Familari cut corner of his left eye, blood flowing freely down his left cheek. Gonzalez again switching stances, switching right back. Tree left hook from Familari, that was clever. Over the left hand on the inside from Gonzalez. Right hook not getting through.
Familari really starting to open up now.
Feint on the right hand from Familari. 1:05 remaining, round 3. See the cut, Familari outside of his left brow. Good right hand from Gonzalez, that was clever. Left hook right back, that was clever from Familari. To the body, Gonzalez left hook. The left hand on the entry from Familari. Heavy feint from Vinny Familari, left hand right back from Fernando Gonzalez. 30 seconds remaining, round 3. The right hand. Right hook to the body. Gonzalez after the flurry circling out. Familari again coming forward.
Gonzalez doesn't throw many punches, but when he does, they're very accurate, very precise, and very sneaky to get in and land.
On the left hand, big right hand. Another right hand. The bell next up, round 4.
This is a difficult fight to score, Sean. Both guys doing very well with what they're trying to do. Familari is staying in right position. He's always got his back in the center.
Headed your way tonight, live from Los Angeles, our feature fight set for the heavyweight division. 2 massively powerful strikers, Ben Rothwell versus Todd Duffee. Then it's our co-main for the BKFC heavyweight title, the champion Mick Terrill versus the man who has won belts in BKFC at light heavyweight and cruiserweight, Lorenzo Hunt. And we conclude Knucklemania IV with about at 185 pounds. 2 undefeated bare-knuckle fighters, 2 all-out stars in combat sports, Thiago Alves versus Mick Terrill. It's our BKFC California debut. We are live tonight at Peacock Theater in Los Angeles. Round number 4. Familari versus Fernando Gonzalez. BKFC debut for both men. Familari on the feint, coming forward, trying to cut the angle. Gonzalez staying fluid on the outside. The duck better than the left hand. 30 remaining, round 4. Gonzalez with the left hand to the body. Second left hand again from Gonzalez. Now the left hand short and sharp. Right back to the body.
Familari does a lot better when he pushes the pace, gets off first. He cannot just stand and wait right in front of Gonzalez. Gonzalez has a very good ability to get in and throw some sneaky shots.
Small mouse under the right eye, Fernando Gonzalez. 5 seconds remaining, round 4 of this light heavyweight bout. Hand negated by the high arm block of Fernando Gonzalez. Gonzalez left hand on the inside on the hook. To the body from Gonzalez.
Gonzalez is just picking his shots right now, staying in the right position, staying just out of range, hopping in and out whenever he wants to.
We just had a chant of Vinny. The fighters have their supporters in this Los Angeles crowd, but it's the Familari supporters trying to get behind their fighter in full voice a moment ago. Relatively muted, round number 4. There's the 10-second clap.
Hook not there. Gonzalez trying to go to the body, can't do so. Crippling on the right hand. We move to the 5th and final round.
Beautiful job at the end of that round for Familiarity. He needed that because I felt like Gonzalez was winning that round. Gonzalez was doing a very good job of just what he talked about in our interview, Sean. Timing. He's waiting for the right time to throw punches. That's that experience level that he has. He's waiting for the right time, getting in there and getting out without getting hurt.
You're ahead, Bob. 2 more minutes. You're ahead. But be smart, all right? Hey, you can move. You can move. You can move. You got the energy. You got the speed. Jab and move. 1, 2, and move. You're ahead.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship fans, are you ready for the 5th and final
Socha in full voice. Confirmation that the 5th and final round is upon us.
Knuckle!
And final round underway, and the call of knuckle up from referee Jonathan Romero, who's done an outstanding job of keeping this fight flowing. Chris, as we think about our scorecards, 3 judges signed on the outstanding California State Athletic Commission, their outstanding executive director, Andy Foster. Are you looking at the volume of Familari? Or are you looking at the power shots of Gonzalez?
You see a lot more punches, 30 more being landed for Familiarity. However, Gonzalez is doing a good job of being efficient with his punches, having some good defense. Hard to tell what the judges are looking at.
With pressure from Familari. Step in left hand from Gonzalez. Hard feint with the right hand from Familari. 1 minute remaining in this fight. Down pressure again. Clever duck under from Gonzalez. He has timed his duck unders well.
Very good timing, very good head movement. Once again, I like it when Familiarity comes forward and pushes the pace. Cannot sit there and wait for Gonzalez to attack first.
Up to the body, straight left hand to counter from Gonzalez. Overhand left from Familari. That hand, Familari getting that through. And you see the volume in favor of Vinny Familari, but Gonzalez sitting back trying to land clean power punches. 20 seconds remaining in this fight. Jab again from Vinny Familari. Good left hand after the right to the body from Gonzalez.
Gonzalez is landing good shots. He's not being busy enough in this fight, Sean.
Stretch drive now. Both fighters looking for one more significant punch. There's the flurry from Familari. The left hand, that's a significant punch. The bell and the end of the fight.
Great ending of that fight. Familari just really went for it, throwing a lot of hard punches down the stretch. You can see he feels like he did enough to earn the victory.
Vinny Familari versus Fernando Gonzalez, going the distance at 185 pounds. Again, the BKFC debut for both men. Familari, Chris, forward pressure. There was the volume, but Gonzalez, a lot of excellent defense. The duck unders, the blocks. He did not have the volume, but when he landed clean and he landed hard.
Unfortunately, many times in a close fight, they give it to the aggressor, the guy throwing more punches. You don't get points for just dodging. You get points for doing damage.
Boxing, baby, number 1, stick and move.
Both fighters giving a really good account of themselves.
Crack on my shots, get out. Got some good ones in there.
Vinny Familari throwing a lot of big overhands.
Praise the Lord. Thank you,
Right
Jesus.
outside of his left brow, you see the mouse under the right eye of Fernando Gonzalez.
We did it, bro. That was sick.
Just felt like Gonzalez needed to throw a little bit more often. That timing issue, he did great when he hit those punches. He got in, he got out, he was hard to hit. I just don't think he threw quite enough in this situation. Hard to tell how the judges viewed this fight, though.
Familari looks as though he feels very good about his performance, takes the mouthpiece out. We shall see.
we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Judge Davidson, 49-46. Judge Cobian, 50-45. And Judge Stevens, 49-46 to the winner by unanimous decision. Vincent, the Max Italian Stallion
It was the volume, it was the pressure, it was controlling the pace and the range of this fight that won that fight for familiarity.
Fernando Gonzalez was slick on the outside. He had good duck unders and power, but Vinny Famulari led that fight. Forward pressure, accuracy, and very high volume. Well done from both men. The winner, by way of unanimous decision, Vinny Famulari defeats Fernando Gonzalez.
Preview, and we are moments away from our pay-per-view event. Check out YouTube pay-per-view and, of course, the BKFC app. And if you haven't picked up the official BKFC app yet, you really get so much with a BKFC Plus membership. You have access to everything BKFC. That includes fighter info, news on our upcoming events. You can buy your tickets right on the app, watch exclusive content like the Bare Knuckle Show with Brian Toshia, and of course, have access to our entire archive of events. It's just $7.99 a month, and you have the key to everything Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Knucklemania IV will return to the Peacock Theater and deliver the hardest hitting strikes you have ever seen. You do not want to miss it.
Who owns combat sports now? The king of violence!
Down goes Michael Page in round 1. Here's Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed.
Right-handed, down goes Julie Diaz. 3-punch combination in sequence there from Alves.
I'm the king of this shit, man. When it comes to trading punches, just stay in the pocket. Nobody can fuck with me. Who owns combat sports now? The king of violence!
Down goes Michael Page in round 1. Here's Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed.
Right-handed, down goes Julie Diaz. 3-punch combination in sequence there from Alves.
I'm the king of this shit, man. When it comes to trading punches, just stay in the pocket. Nobody can fuck with me.
Tonight, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship makes its highly anticipated debut in the entertainment capital of the world, Los Angeles, California. A star-studded night of explosive bare knuckle fights featuring Evgeny Kordanov, Alfredo Angulo, and Ben Rothwell. Also in the co-main event, it's one of the most talked about championship fights in BKFC history, as heavyweight champ Mick Terrill defends his title against the #1 pound-for-pound bare knuckle fighter on the planet, 2-division champ Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. Then, in the main event, 2 of the most aggressive fighters in combat sports clash when the king of violence, Platinum Mike Perry, knuckles up with Thiago Pitbull Alves. Live from the Peacock Theater, it's the biggest event of the year where warriors are forged and legends are made. It's Knucklemania IV, and it starts right now.